So we're going to do another unscripted video. Again, my lighting is shot, so please pardon the appearance. But remember last week when I said that I wanted to do a video about something a little bit different? Well, I like things other than cameras, and I'm sure you guys do too. So let's look at this guy. Well, before I got into photography, I was a watch collector, and I still have a few watches today, but I actually just recently got back into it due to the release of the Omega X Swatch Moon Swatch, which I still haven't gotten my hands on. I did drive 2.5 hours to King of Prussia, but I drove a day late apparently. I arrived after the store had opened on that day, and they had already sold out all of their watches. But what that did for me was it ignited my watch bug again. So let's talk about the watch that I'm wearing right now. This watch is in the G-Shock GA2100 series, which is an extremely popular G-Shock series right now due to the way that the case looks. I'll talk more about that in a little bit. The specific reference on this watch is the GA2100 CA-8A. This particular watch has a gray polycarbonate case and band with a subtle gray camo dial. It's an analog and digital watch that has all of the functions that you normally find in a G-Shock watch, minus maybe Bluetooth, which is kind of gimmicky for G-Shock watches anyway, and it doesn't carry the atomic time setting function. That's not necessary for me. What this watch does have is styling that is very similar to the Audemars Royal Oak series, and that's exactly what I was looking for with this watch, because this watch is a favorite among the modding community for its versatility in changing to a metal case and band that gives it an even more similar look to that AP Royal Oak. You can go for typical Royal Oak with an integrated bracelet, or you could even switch it up for an offshore look with a rubber bracelet. These watches retail for $99, but it was really tough to get your hands on one when they first came out because they were insanely popular. Now, you can pretty much walk into any Macy's and buy one, which is exactly what I did. There were limited quantities and styles available, but luckily the one that they had was one that I really enjoyed. And with that camo dial, I feel like it would fit the Royal Oak offshore style bracelet instead of the Royal Oak bracelet, but we'll see what I do. When this watch was first released, there were only a few colorways, but now there's about 11 different versions, I believe. And there's even a smaller version that might fit ladies' wrists better, which can also be modded. So I've told you what I plan to do with this watch, but there's more to this. It's gonna fit into what I'm calling my unholy trinity of watches. In watch collecting, there's the holy trinity of luxury watches, which is comprised of 3 brands: Vacheron Constantin, Audemars Piguet, and Patek Philippe. What I'm going to assemble are 3 watches, all on the lower end, that carry the stylings of some of the more expensive watches, not necessarily from those 3 brands, but some popular expensive watches, while also being very popular in the watch collecting community for their accessibility and their style. So I'm going to start with the GA2100, dubbed the Casioak. Next, I'm going to pick up the Moon Swatch when I can eventually get my hands on it. And finally, I'm going to pick up the Timex Q. With these 3, I'll have 3 watches that are highly respected in the collecting community, that are very fun to wear, but also could be knocked about a bit, and that just give me joy when I look down at my wrist. All right, it was a really quick one today, but I just wanted to experiment with talking about something other than cameras and photography and videography and see if you guys like it. If you do, maybe I'll follow it up with the modding video when I get my modding case in. As well, I have a vintage Seiko that I'm working on modding, and I can even show off another one that I've done before. I've actually modded or created 4 watches myself. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. As always, if you have any questions or comments or suggestions, please leave them down below, and I'll answer them as quickly as I can. Thank you so much for watching this video, and have a great one.